Good afternoon, Naples ground. 2-3, Mike Zulu.
2-3, Mike Zulu ground.
Adam had such a neat perspective and neat approach towards his radio communications. He was actually telling me beforehand that he used to want to talk like a professional pilot, and professional pilots talk fast. But that was his perspective. He just heard people talking fast. And he realized the faster he spoke, the more incorrect he said everything. So he has this mantra now where he just speaks everything very slowly, very concisely, and very clearly. And you hear that in Adam's clearance, and you know what? He got the magic words, read back correct.
2-3, Mike Zulu, ready to copy IFR flight plan.
2-3, Mike Zulu, you're cleared to the Naples Airport as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 4,000 within 10 minutes. Departure frequency 126.8, squawk 4565.
1268 4565.
All right, 2-3, Mike Zulu, as filed, 2,000, expect 4,000 after 10 minutes. On 126.8, squawk 4565.
Mike Zulu, read back correct.
Awesome. Really, really good. You changed up the frequency on us. Woo-hoo!
You know, really feelings and emotions, primarily just excitement. We know Jason doesn't offer flight lessons, anymore. He's got a lot of things going on. So being able just to sit in an airplane and learn from him is a really awesome thing.
Number 2-3, Mike Zulu, upon completion of the approach, fly in 040, climb maintain 2,000, return to this frequency.
040, 2,000, back to you. Thanks, 2-3, Mike Zulu. You got him, Lauren?
Yeah, traffic's to the right below.
Traffic in sight for 2-3, Mike Zulu, no factor.
Roger.
Say right to 040?
It'll be not now, so leave your 2-3. He said upon completion of your approach, the missed approach instructions are 040 and back to him,
okay.
2,000 back to him.
Yep.
So bug your 2-3 back up.
Yep.
All good.
67 Mike Echo, level 3,500.
I have not pursued any instrument training yet, so I've completed my private, I've flown with friends and family, I've gotten probably about 25 extra hours since I got my certificate. But I just feel like getting that, a good pilot is always learning, right? So getting to that next step and understanding how an instrument rating can help you just basically be a safer pilot. Yes, fly in more conditions, but ultimately just continue to push and learn a little more. So I'm just mostly excited to be there with them and learn from it. I've never even flown in the clouds, and luckily today we have a good day for that. So I'll get some real IMC conditions, and so I think that will be really awesome to be able to learn from that, but also have one of the best right next to me helping me through that.
Up to 10,000, 350 on the heading 176 by Foxtrot.
Number 2-3, Mike Zulu, turn left heading 230.
230 for 2-3, Mike Zulu. Log it, turn, twist and turn.
Foxtrot traffic, 1 o'clock, 5 miles southeast on Columbia, 5,500.
I'm Lauren Heisey. I work at Boeing as an operations manager. I started out in engineering. Always loved aviation, so I kind of wanted to take that as a career, and being a private pilot lets me do it as a hobby too.
So for Lauren, this was her first instrument flight, and you really have to start all instrument flying on the ground. So we sat in the conference room and we want to involve everybody in the process. And I really wanted to create some wins for her on this flight. Something she can walk away with and check that box and say, yeah, I knocked that out of the park. And one of the magic words I was looking for them to hear is read back correct. So we spent a lot of time working on craft and working on our IFR clearances, and everybody practiced that. And we did a bunch, and I had a good idea of what kind of clearance they were going to get, so I was working to frame it that way. And Lauren went out, we were practicing, we did a little back and forth practice, and she called up, made an excellent radio call, and got to hear those magic words, read back correct. And that's always, here I am 10,000 hours later, and I still I get yeah, excited when you hear read back correct. It sounds so silly, but I love it. So whenever you're ready, give them a call. 2-3 Mike Zulu's plastered, right? Not that you haven't heard it a million times.
Yeah. Naples ground, 2-3 Mike Zulu.
November 2-3 Mike Zulu, Naples ground.
2-3 Mike Zulu, ready to copy our IFR flight plan.
2-3 Mike Zulu is cleared to Naples as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.12, squawk 5133.
All right, cleared to Naples as filed. Climb 2,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Frequency 124.12,
5133 in the box. 23 Mike Zulu.
Good job.
23 Mike Zulu, read back correct.
Luckily, I did a lot of my training in 150, so at least it's a high-wing Cessna. But I think the biggest part was, you know, just trusting your instincts when you're flying the aircraft, as far as like knowing, you know, pitch and power and turning and making sure you're doing coordinated turns and making sure you're keeping your eyes in the cockpit. Because when we were going to enter into clouds, which I have zero time in, obviously, it was really exciting. But at the same time, I'm like, I hope I know what I'm doing, because I have no idea what to experience, really.
Tower 23 Mike Zulu, turn left heading 240.
Left turn 240, 23 Mike Zulu. Turn in the clouds.
Approach 640.
We're going to skim right above it.
Airport.
Alright,
That's cool, huh?
heading Jordan final, clear visual approach.
That was fun.
Runway 5, contact Naples Tower.
On our first approach, we got an alert on the Avidyne. It said, caution ADIZ, A-D-I-Z, not ATIS, ADIZ, as in we were getting close to basically flying to Mexico at that point. It said ADIZ ahead, and I quick look at ForeFly and go, wow, we're like 2 miles from international waters. I didn't bring my passport, so I don't know how this is gonna work when we come back in. But there was just so much jet traffic going into Naples. They vectored us 14 miles off the coast. So they were bringing us in, and it was such a great illustration though for Adam. The synthetic vision is showing blue water beneath you, blue sky above you, and that was messing with his mind a little bit. And I said, well, we'll look outside for a bit, but you got the blue of the sky and then the blue of the water. And I love that illustration to show, like, this is what happened to JFK Jr.
Hey, you don't need to see that much. The ADIZ is ahead.
And approach, good afternoon.
We're going to go international here if we set this out much further, yeah.
I was going to say, for 2,000.
I'm not used to that.
7970 Papa Fort Myers, departure,
yeah, look at it.
contact, maintain VFR, proceed on course.
Proceed on course, maintain VFR 70 Papa.
That's the A. We're about to go international real quick. I hope you guys brought your passports.
Tango Fox with you, 2000,
not Canada.
050.
No, it's not Canada.
Charlie, contact Naples Tower 128.5.
Adam's first instrument lesson sure didn't seem like a first instrument lesson. My first instrument lesson, and the one I conduct as a CFII, is always me saying, watch your altitude, watch your airspeed, watch your heading. Oh, ATC said this. And that's what the first approach is like for every instrument pilot. Not for Adam. It was, I think at one point I asked him if he'd turn the autopilot on. It was truly that good how he was flying.
Number 23 Mike Zulu, report crossing Duffbo.
We'll call Duffbo, 23 Mike Zulu. He wants us to report crossing Duffbo in 2 miles.
Center
Also remember?
Turn right at Bravo.
You're locked on.
On Alpha and taxi to parking.
Turn the autopilot on? Is that what it was?
I don't Bravo, keep waiting.
It's a bad joke. I thought it was fun. How good you're flying.
I got it.
You got it. Like, I told you, I thought you get over 30, but I'm just not funny anymore. It's dad jokes, now it's like that.
I'm most nervous about the fact that I've never had an instrument lesson, so it'll be entirely new to me, and it's a new airport, new avionics, so I'm used to typical steam gauge avionics and not a glass panel at all, so instrument scanning is going to be completely different, and I'm going to have to learn like where to look for the information as I'm thinking about it, whereas that's more intuitive in the aircraft that I'm used to flying.
You kind of want to get in the habit too of talking out loud, like even when I'm by myself, I say, okay, 300 to go, 200 to go.
3 Mike Zulu, turn left heading 090.
Left turn 090, 23 Mike Zulu. Yep, just grab it to 090. Turn, good.
2354.
Twist and turn simultaneously.
Contact, turn right heading 190.
Yeah, you can see the exact heading there. I'm sure you want to have the exact number.
Then right up 10,000,
There you
heading
go.
190, Southwest 4354. And we're getting close to altitude, so
Yeah.
we'll start dipping it down.
November Golf 6000.
Good, with a little bit of power back as well.
November Golf 4 miles approach, roger.
Just a little bit, there you go.
November 64 kilo, turn right heading 060. Maintain 5.
Is that a death grip I see over there? Are you loosey-goosey?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're right. I see the veins bulging over here. I'm just
4 Alpha Charlie.
trim it up nice. You should be flying this thing hands-free. We're going to hit these clouds. You're going to be very, very thankful you're trimmed up.
3 Mike Zulu, turn left heading 060.
060 for 23 Mike Zulu.
6 November Golf, proceed direct off, delay.
Yeah, so vectoring was very busy. I definitely wouldn't have been able to take all the radio controls, like looking at the charts and trying to, on top of fly the plane and learn new instruments. So that was very tasking on the pilot.
3 Mike Zulu, miss approach instructions, fly runway heading, maintain 2000, return to this frequency.
She'll be runway heading 2000 back to you. Thanks, 23 Mike Zulu. So that was our missed approach instruction. So when we go missed, it's runway heading 2000 back to him, just like when we took off.
Okay.
So that's all different. Like I told you, he's not going to give us this.
Okay.
That's why he just gave it to us. So I'm going to write it down for you just so you have it. So it's runway heading to 2000.
I'm used to steam gauge flying, like not using glass panel at all. So I think, you know, I was chasing it a little bit, and then you kind of get a feel for it does get more sensitive as you got closer. And then my favorite point was whenever we broke out, and then, you know, you're allowed to look outside and, and then finally find the runway.
After we hit off Doi, we're going to drop to 1,600 feet. Nice and slow down, no need to rush. A little bit to the left. Losing our course. Good, just baby it. And remember, the closer you get to the airport, the more sensitive that's going to get, just like a VOR.
November 719 Alpha Victor, April Tower, hold short runway 23.
1,300 for 300 feet. Don't worry about outside.
53352, turn right Charlie, and
You get a little
contact
bit low, because the pink's up, right? You gotta bring the pink back to the white, so slow that descent up. It's configured for 500 feet per minute.
Okay.
You're doing great. A left and hold this descent. All right, a little bit left.
November 719 Alpha Victor, runway 23, turn right heading
That's the static port water, and that's not you.
Okay.
You got to go left though.
Heading 270,
Left and up, left and up.
November 23 Mike Zulu, caution wake turbulence. I have a citation to jet taking the runway for departure.
Thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. Let's try it, yep. All right, you're doing good. Now, I want you to cheat real quick and peek outside. I mean, we're not...
Mike Zulu, you are cleared the option for runway 23.
Thank you. I know we got someone behind us, so we'll just make it a mist in a bit here. All right, I mean, it doesn't, there you're like, oh my goodness, the world's gonna end. You're pretty darn close,
So you got
right?
time to do what you need.
Thank you, appreciate that. All right, good. Bring it back in so we don't miss it. All right, now we're high. See the pink line's down, so we need to increase our descent. Go to the pink line. So you need to be greater, and again, look at that. This is water in the static port. See that? That's not you.
Yeah, I see it
how
jumping.
tough it is? All right. There you go now. Stop cheating and looking outside.
Okay,
Fly those
all right.
instruments.
Okay.
You're doing great. See how much better this heading's working for us? You kind of got it figured out now. It looks like it's a straight line. You can't break it.
Good. Took me
All
a
right.
while to get used to that.
Yep, 600 for 300 feet. Let's pretend we're in the clouds. 600 for 300 feet. Okay, you're getting a little high. See how we lost a little bit? There you go, and a little left. So down and left. Just not even that much. There you go, perfect. 500 for 300 feet.
719 Alpha Victor, contact Fort Myers departure, good flight.
All right, 400 for 300 feet, and this is the beauty of IFR plane. You break out of the clouds, and you go. It's the coolest thing ever. All right, let's go mist.
So just go around?
Car beat, yeah, go around car beat, full power, and big up the flaps. And she's like, 2D Mike Zulu's going mist.
2D Mike Zulu, Roger, contact Fort Myers.
See you in a bit.
20.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that was cool.
Super cool.
I think that it was really cool to try to fly through some approaches and maybe not wait as long to go for my IFR now, because I kind of liked it. So I think once I get back home, I'm going to look for definitely some IFR planes to try to fly around and go for the license a little bit sooner.
It was really just listening to some of the things that he was helping call out. Because you start to pay too much attention to one area, and then all of a sudden I maybe blew past my turn a little bit, or and then just learning all of these crazy names for these different waypoints that you're looking at, you know, and you're trying to figure out where are we going next. And I think that's the big thing is he obviously helped me stay ahead of where we needed to be for the next part. And so that was really the eye-opening piece, is that there's still so much more to this than just saying, okay, I need to fly to this heading at this altitude. It's kind of that key learning piece that I think most of the training would revolve around too.
Tower 23 Mike Zulu's Duff Bow inbound.
November 23 Mike Zulu, runway 5, clear to land.
5 clear land, thanks to 23 Mike Zulu. Alrighty. A little bit more power back, because you're only 200 feet per minute. Remember we were talking like Lawrence, 500 feet per minute to ride those rails on down. So you're a little bit high, so give me like 550 just for about 10 seconds. It'll bring that right back in.
The landing was so much fun. That's the best way to put it. We're coming in, the approach is looking good, speed's looking good, then we're a little high, then we're a little fast, and then we're back on glide path, everything's looking good. And as he begins to transition, we had a little bit too much airspeed, so we came up, no big deal. He brings it back down, and I'm telling you, I don't know what the camera will tell it all, what's true. I want to say we were an inch off the ground. And we're all it was like your football team is rushing towards the end zone and everyone's cheering, it's gonna be a greaser landing, it's gonna be a touchdown. And then we balloon back up, we all go, ah, and then we hit down. And it was a fine landing. It wasn't by any means a hard landing, but have you ever had a landing like that where it has all the ingredients of a greaser, and then we'll say that random gust of wind comes.
Nose coming down. You could probably go power back to just about idle right now. She loves to fly. I would start your transition right about here. Back a little. Ooh, good save. Ride it out, back a little more, and a little right rudder at the end. Good landing. Oh, oh my goodness! You missed a greaser by an inch. Oh man!
I think I felt one tire.
All the way, yeah, I think one.
23 Mike Zulu, turn right when able, and you own the parking or taxi back.
We're actually going to Rex Air, so left on Bravo, okay?
That'll work. Left on Bravo, taxi to Rex Air.
Left on Bravo, Rex Air with you, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, hey, it's gonna make for great video. Don't worry. I hope the exterior cameras caught that. To see when the tires started. I'm telling you, we were an inch off the ground. My hands are right here.
Oh my god!
My hands are right here. I haven't touched the thing yet.
Oh
Pull
my
it back
god.
just a little bit.
Got it.
You're doing great. My hands have been right here the whole time.
Oh my god!
Good job.
They're waving so hard. Thank you so much.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh!
Mr. Pittman, I need you to come up to the front seat now. Taylor, I need you to go to the back seat.
What? No! Oh man!
You have, like the great poet Eminem said, you have one shot, one opportunity.
Well, I'm gonna take it.
Thank you.